Growing up Asian American, I didn't really experience that many Chinese traditions. We didn't have family nearby, so we didn't really celebrate a lot of holidays or hear of many customs or superstitions. As I've gotten older, though, I've made a conscious effort to learn more from my parents and to celebrate when I can. One thing that we did always do, though, and I remember fondly, were the hongbao or red envelopes. These are traditional gifts, often for holidays, birthdays, or special occasions, and they are typically filled with money. But as a child who didn't really know any better and didn't really care about that, I just saw it as a symbol of celebration. Lately, it feels like a lot of my friends are getting engaged, which is a common opportunity to gift a red envelope. So I thought it would be fun to recreate the experience of giving and receiving a red envelope digitally so I can gift them to my friends wherever they may be. So what I want to do first is design the experience of receiving and opening the envelope. I want it to be cute and capture what it's like to actually open an envelope versus just like receiving an e-card in an email. So this is what I'm thinking. I kind of have an idea of doing an animation where you flip the envelope over and then take out the contents. I haven't quite done an animation like this before, so I'm a little nervous, but I think with some tweaking we can do it. Nice, okay, that wasn't too bad. This is actually really nice. But next is the hardest and probably also most important part in all of this, which is actually designing the red envelopes. So I'm not an artist, I don't know how to draw, and honestly this isn't even my iPad or Procreate app. But I think this is what people use, so we're going to go for it. Design-wise, the goal is to make them feel recognizable and like real red envelopes. So I likely won't be making them blue or something. I also want to incorporate ornate details, so Chinese characters and maybe some fruit motifs. Yeah, so this might be a little harder than I thought it was going to be. I do have an idea for the Chinese characters though. Instead of just freehanding it, I thought I could use a font. So I did some research to look for a Chinese calligraphy type font that I could use. There wasn't one that I particularly liked, but I did find a free Chinese calligraphy generator where I downloaded a few characters and then actually traced them out in Procreate. It did take a really long time, perhaps there was a better way, but I think it looks really good. In terms of fruits and other things, so far it's not that great, so I think we need to watch some tutorials. Okay, so many Procreate tutorial videos later, I have some semblance of drawings, so we're gonna export them and see if I can arrange them into something cute in Figma, which I feel a lot more comfortable with. Okay, so I think I might have done it. I actually kind of love them. Let me show you. I explored a couple of different options, but ultimately landed on these designs. They definitely still feel like a red envelope, like they have that classic look and they're pretty recognizable. And I don't think it's too amateurish, which was the goal. Okay, great. Now we just have one more thing that we need to do, which is put it all together with a Create Flow so that you can make your own red envelopes and share them with your friends. I did mention before that these typically contain money. But I don't really want to deal with payments today, so we're going to include some cute messages instead. Okay, so I just finished and I actually really like it. I added a create flow so you can pick your envelope, add in your message, and that's it. Now you can share it with your friends. And I actually think the envelope designs turned out pretty well too, even though I only drew like an orange and a flower. But yeah, this ended up being a great time. Like, I've made small things like this before, like ever since I learned how to make stuff like in college. So I went into this thinking it was going to be pretty straightforward and a pretty quick project to finish. But I love that with each one of these, there's always something I get to learn, like this time being Procreate. And I think it's these little things that you pick up along the way and get the opportunity to learn and practice that ultimately make these projects that much better. But yeah, I will now be sending this to all of my friends. I'm also including a link down below if you want to play with it yourself. It's completely free, you don't need an account, but no pressure. But let me know what you thought about it, and let me know if you have any ideas for what we should make next time. But that's it for today, and I will see you in the next one.